Welcome, Knowledge Boners, to the Knowledge Boner podcast. We are now on episode 19. I'm your host, Dylan Starr, with my co-host, Wally Wen. Wally, what is
What
going on this lovely Thursday?
what up, knowledge boners? Welcome. Hope we give you some ahas and boners, I guess.
Yeah, the aha moment. So before we dive in, I want to go ahead and give some shout outs. Sorry that we're getting into this so late. I actually just noticed Jing Chung favorited our podcast and is subscribing. Thank you so much. That was 8 days ago. Andrew Hirschberger, 13 days ago. Again, just now seeing it. Apologize for that, guys. Want to make sure I give you guys a shout out. Thank you for favoriting our podcast and for tuning in. We definitely appreciate the support. And today, we're going to talk about entrepreneurship in the terms of sales, what you should be focused on, and just some kind of things going on in our business. So, for those who have been following along, that I enjoy the sales aspect of business. I love sales. I love closing. Was recently in a program I'm actually graduating from next week on, I believe, Tuesday or Thursday. And my primary focus is high ticket sales. So only focusing on high ticket offers. And, Wally has been really honed in and focusing in on what? I know email and copy, right, Wally?
Yep. Super heavy in copy. Yeah, nothing but writing.
Okay, so for those listening, why don't you explain to them what copy is? Because they're not in business and they hear copy. Okay, copy. What does that mean?
Right. Yeah. So copy. Well, it depends on. Not it doesn't depend. Copy is a lot of things. So let's just think of it like this. It is written words or even spoken words that you use in your sales and presentations and even like your written advertising. So you can think of copy as even a script, right? So it's basically the way you write words and how you use those words to convert to sales and persuasion, right?
Right. So persuading through like ad copy and all stuff like that. Yep.
Exactly. Email copy, ad copy, spoken word even, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's been our focus. He's been doing a program on that right now. So that's going to be very beneficial to our businesses as well. And actually just got an awesome client that I'm going to be doing sales for. If you are a big Grant Cardone fan, if you do not know who that man is, holy cow, you need to go on Google and look it up.
Yeah, he's a good old boy from Louisiana, like me.
Yeah, from Louisiana. His top certified coach was not only mentored by Grant Cardone, but as well as Tony Robbins. I'm going to be partnering with his company, Be Obsessed Coaching. Very excited for that opportunity. Going to be closing some high ticket offers for that as well. So, today we're going to kind of dive into why you should actually be doing high ticket sales. And what I mean by that is let's say you do have a business, you're listening in, or you want to get entrepreneurship, and you don't know what you want to sell or how much to sell it for. If you're going to start, definitely go high ticket. What I mean by high ticket are like products or services that are like $2,000 to $25,000 plus. Now, as soon as you hear that number, I know what a lot of people here listening to this are thinking. Why in the world or how in the world can I possibly sell something to somebody for $2,000 or $25,000? I mean, that's a scary number, right? And I want to say it takes no extra effort, zero extra effort to sell an item at high ticket than it does selling it for 10 or 20 bucks. Literally, the process is exactly the same. So I see a lot of people that make the mistake is, again, their business. You're in business for one reason. You want to be profitable, right? Why would you want to try to get 20, 30, 100 clients right off the bat, low level? You can't manage them all. Your time's going to be consumed, and you're going to be glued to the hip to doing all this work. You all right there, Wally? What are you doing, bud?
I'm good. Why is my feedback there?
It sounded like you're like shifting or something. I was like, what is Wally doing? For those listening, Wally has issues. For those listening, I don't know what's going on with him today. But focus on high ticket, guys. Definitely think about it this way, okay? If you can get one client at a high ticket price, there's going to be more money in your pocket. You're going to have more time freedom. You're not going to be having to juggle multiple clients. And it's life's going to be so much easier. And it's just so important that you just try to go that route first, especially if you're getting started. So no matter what your skill is or whatever you're trying to do, maybe you're building a website. Most people, let's use website as an example. This is actually a really good example. Most people's thought is what, Wally? You want to get a website, you want to sell it. What do you think people starting out would be like? Okay, well, it's my first website. I'm going to sell it for what?
Well, they're going to go in and say, hey, this is my first website. I'm not that good at it. Maybe I'm okay at it. I'm going to sell it cheap. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm not that great at it, so I'm going to go in and say, I'm going to build you a website for $500.
Mm-hmm. $500. Do it for something cheap. Maybe you're trying to, if you are skilled in that aspect. So instead of trying to sell it for $500, imagine if you asked for $2,000. Okay, same person. Maybe they give you friction, but what happens if they value it and they pay you $2,000 off the bat because you just paid $2,000 for a website? What are their expectations? I want you to think about that. If you just pay $2,000 for a website compared to a website, you have two options in front of you: $500 or $2,000. What do you think that client's expectations are from the $500 website compared to the $2,000? Just looking at those options. Wally, what do you think's going on in that client's mind?
Oh man, so there's a whole lot of things going on there. But just from the first standpoint, think about it: $500 versus $2,000. Like, you're gonna look at that way differently. Like just for me, like if I spend $500 on something, it's like, okay, that's $500. If I spend $2,000 on something, all right, I'm gonna look at it. And especially if it's a service of some kind, like if I'm let's say I'm doing SEO for websites, right? And I pay a guy $2,000 for that. You better bet if that man asks me for anything, I'm going to hand him whatever he wants. I'm going to be very attentive, and I'm going to be making sure that he's able to do his job because I want the results because I paid for them. Now, versus the guy with $500 may not, I might not be as fast. I'm like, you know what, like he's still going to work, and it's only $500.
Yeah, well, not only that, but you got to understand through your client's mind, guys. They're expecting when it's only $500 for a website. Their expectations are, oh, okay, well, this is cheap, I can afford it, but the website's just going to be okay. It's not going to be great. It's not going to be fantastic. It's not going to be an awesome website because it's only $500, right? Automatically, their value level for your website goes down. And here's the thing: you could be building the exact same website as you would have built for the 2000. No different. It could look exactly the same. But because they paid you $2,000, you have enough overhead, you have enough good margins, you're going to get what you need. Their expectations are higher, right? They're automatically going to be like, okay, well, I just paid $2,000. This is going to be a really decent website. Now imagine you bumped it up. Now what if you had somebody that could afford it? You built that exact same website, nothing different. Someone paid $25,000 for your website. $25,000. Now what's going through their head, right? What kind of expectations they have? Wow, this guy charges $25,000. Like, this website is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be amazing. It's going to have everything I need. It's going to be visually appealing. People are going to love it. They have to love it. I just paid $25,000.
And they're going to show their friends because think about it. People are going to be like, oh man, I just spent $25,000 on my website,
Mm-hmm. And I'm saying, and I'm just telling you guys this from experience because I know we had the same mentality when we first started in business. Trust me, I've been there, and it didn't take through time and experience and learning from other people. So from going high ticket, you're going to learn as well that you're going to have a much better experience from your clients. You're not going to have people that you're chasing down to be able to get stuff. You're going to have a better relationship with your client. They're going to not be bombarding you and bugging you. The last thing you want to do is get a bunch of clients that are paying you for cheap and then they become a pain in the ass. And we know from experience what that's like. I mean, right, Wally?
Yeah, absolutely. I back in my first company, the social media marketing company, we actually did door to door for a little bit. So, we got straight rejection, right to the face, trying to do door to door, selling contracts that way. And then me and you, we tried to do the free contracts first. Remember, we tried to sell free, and even that was hard.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when you sell free, you still have to sell it, which is a lot of people don't understand that. You're like, oh man, I'm going to give you all this value for free, but you still have to sell the person on the value, even if you're doing it for free.
Okay. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it was just as much effort, guys. I'm telling you, trying to do it free. Whether it didn't matter what number we were asking for, like the effort, it was still a lot of time. It was still a lot of energy being spent. It didn't make a difference. And they didn't value it. It was hard trying to get what we needed because we were doing it for cheap or free. So I want to really ingrain in people, why it's important just to, try to focus on high ticket. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable. Yes, it's going to be, weird being able to, ask somebody for that type of money if you've never done that before. But, if you're getting in business entrepreneurship, that's the whole purpose. You're supposed to be outside of your comfort zone. That's what business is all about. You have to be confident and comfortable.
I think another piece of it too also is, a lot of people are very, it makes you self-conscious to ask for that much money, right? It's like, oh man, I don't know if I can actually provide that $25,000 worth of value. So if I ask for it and I get it, what's going to happen? So it almost makes you like fear your success almost. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So, that's the topic for today, guys. We just really wanted to hammer, we don't want you to make the same mistakes we have. And we not only tell you what mistakes we made, but we want to explain to you why, so you don't do the same thing. We want to be able to give you value, tell you as we learn new things that we test. And I'm telling you, if you're just getting started, definitely, and you could have a job. Guys, I mean, how awesome would it be if you're working in an employment job right now and you use your free time on the side to sell a service or something you're good at? You're putting the same amount of time in, but you close one deal a month for $2,000. That's an extra $2,000 in your pocket for minimum part-time. $2,000 a month, just like that. Just part-time, putting in the same amount of effort you would have been trying to get 4 people to pay you $500. Think about that.
Or you scale that even further. Like imagine you sold that for $10,000 now, not trying to get 5 people that would have paid you for $2,000.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So focus high ticket, guys. Don't be afraid to ask for the sale, especially if you're confident in your skills, your ability, and the value you're giving to them. Don't underwrite yourself. Be confident, be bold. That's what it's all about. If they give you any friction, be like, do you know who the hell I am? I listen to the Knowledge Boner fucking podcast. You ever heard the podcast? They're gonna be like, wait, what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Tell them, I listen to Knowledge Boner podcast. Damn right, I'm asking for $2,000 with conviction.
With strong conviction. Yes.
Conviction.
You don't have to say that they did this, that we gave you the right. You already have the right to ask for that much money, guys. You already have it. So just go ahead and ask for it. I mean, you're going to find that you're going to have difficulty. If you have difficulty asking for small amounts of money, you're going to have the same amount of difficulty asking for large amounts of money. So you might as well go ahead and get used to asking for the large amount, because you're going to go through the same, transition weird phase anyway.
100%. So you guys, if you've ever done this or made the same mistake we have, let us know in the Reddit subgroup. Post in the comments below if you're on YouTube. Let us know, what you tried selling before at low ticket or what you've done for free. Tell us your experience. Maybe you've had pain in the ass customers and clients because you're doing this. And, let us know if you found this valuable, if you learned anything. Let us know if you're actually going to take the leap. I'd love to hear your story. If you have been selling low ticket and you're just going to take a leap of faith and ask for a higher amount, let me know. Let me know what happened whenever you did it. We're always down to hear your stories. And as always, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you, and we will see you guys tomorrow for another Rant Friday.